Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I am continuing to play my custom empire. My imperial aspirations are in the south, in Austria. I wish to create a Corinthian marsh state on current Austrian territory, and then hopefully create an Italian vassal state in order for us to unite Christendom and mend the Great Schism, as we control everything else. We control Antiochia and Alexandria. They are just under, one is under Nestorian control under us, and the other one is Coptic, as we are unique governing style of Prometheanism, concurrently to establishing the Corinthian kingdom and hopping into Italy from there, destroying Austria, one of our foes. We will also, in the north, create the Palabian Marsh somewhere, we've already taken the Prussian part of Brandenburg, Prussia. Now with the Brandenburg side left, we'll put Poabia up here as a province, a new province, rather than its historical region further south, because Saxony, owned by the Vettins, they were the previous dynasty to ours. So they'll be walking a tightrope whether they want to stay with the German states or move across to our state. It'll be down to them. But Poabia may replace the other Black Eagle, as Mazovia, Masuria, and Prussia, those duchies, created a new province of Middle Poland. We have Greater Poland here and Lesser Poland here. We also have the province of Ruthenia, which is the third kingdom in our tripartite agreement, much like Great Britain, who will unite with Ireland, forming the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Ireland. Great Britain is a union between Scotland, England, and Wales, which will be the same with us. There is an active election always going for the Greater Commonwealth, as it is more of an elective body of allied nations, essentially, of Judeo-Christian nations. Our third imperial aspiration for the region will be to ingratiate Hungary as the province of Pannonia. When we proclaimed the Great Sarmatia, we proclaimed it with these three states. It's now the Republic of Great Sarmatia and the Greater Commonwealth. The imperial provinces, which act as a unifying cause for all these states, are as follows. We have the Imperium, which is the Bosphorus and the Dardanelles, controlling trade throughout the region. We have the Holy Land, the overseas territories, which are as follows. The headquarters is here, which is basically like our Guantanamo Bay. It's like highly fortified. Speaking of which, we're going to continue fortifying the region. These two territories aren't on the Crusader King's map, but these are essentially our attempts at colonizations. Our efforts are, obviously, if you know anything about history in the Caribbean to do with the Polish, it was siding with the Haitians against the French, and then being able to live alongside the Haitians and not being attacked or anything like that while the French were slaughtered, because the Polish were an integral part of the Haitian military and they were creating the country and uprising against the French. So that is as a result of that, and we have found a little island that we're colonizing there with the help of the Haitians, and then this is another little island with a different name that we managed to colonize over in the Caribbean, or the West Indies as it would be called at the time. Calling it the Caribbean would be rather anachronistic. The Polish Legion over there is helping Toussaint Louverture and Jean-Jacques de Lassalle, first emperor of Haiti. So we're doing like a anti-colonial trade with the Haitians over there. So that puts us in the crosshairs of France and maybe even Britain, as we're helping the anti-colonialists here. The same in Africa in the east. So as you know, the Islamic slave trade is based on enslaving East Africans. So we've made an anti-slave Commonwealth over here with the Kingdom of Abyssinia, the Kingdom of Damot, which is the Haymanot Kingdom, while as Abyssinia remains Coptic Kingdom. Then we have Nubia, which is essentially the Kingdom of Kush, but the leader of Kush is also in charge of the province of Egypt, which all of the locals are mainly, like we do have plenty of Coptics in the region, but we also have a lot of Muslims which are who have the right to keep a hold of their faith and religion. And we're not going to, we're just going to let things be here and rule it as a province and leave it be, and not force anything upon its peoples. The Eastern Desert is currently owned by the Saudis. And then finally we have the Commonwealth, which the capital of that is seated on the Polinarum, which is on the island of Crimea. This will become my personal estate. I will rename this. I was thinking something like Southern Gdansk or New Gdansk, and then like Black Pomerania because of the Black Sea. We have partitioned Syria into West Syria and then East Syria, which is the Sultanate of East Syria, under the Hashemids, which were a very historic ruling dynasty of this area anyway. But that's nothing to do with us. That's actually in the Ottoman sphere of influence rather than ours. West Syria, however, there was a mass exodus of Syriacs from this area. We saved them from a lot of genocide and stuff and moved them into West Syria, and now that's going to be a nice buffer state in between Antioch and Jerusalem, that's why it's owned by the Syriacs at the moment, but ultimately it's our church. And if we do get close to mending the Great Schism, then we will do so, as well as here in Alexandria. So this is our side of the Mediterranean, up to the Aegean. There was a peace with Spain initially for them to have a small part of the Aegean, but they pushed too far into Italy, so I'm going to try and form a buffer state of Naples, independent of Spain, to lock them away. And as you can see, Great Britain already owned the Rock of Gibraltar, and we did want the Mediterranean to be a Catholic lake, but they're helping us keep Spanish busy. Bosnia has retained its faith as well. I quite like it, so we have it. We wanted Greece to be in our sphere of influence, but unfortunately partly against us now and sided with the Russians because they have a more similar church. However, we did help them in supplying them arms against the Ottomans and helping them gain independence. However, now they desire the Bosphorus and the Sublime Porte. However, I will refuse that, obviously. They also claim the island of Rhodes, but so do the Ottomans, and the island of Cyprus. Bearing in mind, we obviously could have kept Crete and stuff like that, but we gave them away that in good faith. The reason why we're keeping hold of Rhodes is because it stops the Greeks and Turks from attacking each other, and Cyprus as well is strategically located. However, it's a little bit more controversial as to why we keep it, but if we can, it's a vital link. Our navy is capable, and the Greeks don't have as capable forces we do to stop the Ottomans from just attacking and then gaining a foothold in the rest of the Mediterranean. Zengids rule Kurdistan. We are happy to keep Kurdistan in the Ottoman sphere of influence as they are Muslims. What we're trying to do is guarantee their independence or sovereignty and create a buffer between the Turks and the Persians, as well as the Arabs with the Turks and Persians, and then us as well. In the north of Anatolia, our justification for keeping hold of it is our support of Judeo nations throughout our realm, and though the Karamans were in fact mainly Sunni as well, we essentially created a Jewish Turkic state along the north coast of Anatolia here to link our empire together and create our own Mare Nostrum. So imagine this is more like a capital you'd have it like Brussels, where it's sort of a neutral ground, and this is Khazaria. It's just named after the ruling dynasty, but it's the Kingdom of Khazaria here, and they're part of it, as well as Georgia, Armenia, Karamania, Bulgaria, Serbia, Albania, Bosnia, Croatia, soon to be Carinthia, soon to be Sorbia, Upper Wabia up in the north, Hungary is soon to be the province of Pannonia over here. In this title, in Great Sarmatia, Egypt's just a province. Nubia is a nation within the Greater Commonwealth, as is Abyssinia and Damas. However, as you can see, we don't actually have all of the land claimed by Abyssinia and Damas, which will be our cause for expansion in the Horn of Africa here. And we are the most powerful state within the Greater Commonwealth, so it's likely that our dynasty will get elected again and again. However, all of these nations are free to leave at any time at their own peril. It's written in, it's part of our unique government type. They can return And the shore capital is here at Złotogród, which is what we renamed Kerch to. If you notice, our home state is feudal. However, pay particular attention to our overseas territories, which are the imperial provinces. As you can see, they are provinces like this is Podcaucasia, this one is Podcaspiana, this one is Pontus, this one is Pannonia, and this one is the province of Północ, which just means north in Polish. Currently in our royal court, we have a banner up for each of these titles that make up our state. We have the so-called Imperium and what comes up along with it. It's technically the smallest one in terms of geographical positions, but it's all the strategic positions, i.e. the Bosphorus, the Levant, various overseas territories and islands. It's the binding glue that binds everything else. This is our union of 3 nations, which also includes the provinces of Moldavia, Livonia, and Polania, on top of Greater Poland, Lesser Poland, Middle Poland, Ruthenia, and Lithuania, and then the Greater Commonwealth, which, as we explained, is more like a network of independent nations, or basically the Polish Axis, our own Axis formed here, Judeo-Christian Axis, because there's a lot of Eastern Christians that don't have a voice, and due to Poland's unique government type of this Commonwealth and Islamationism, we influenced those nations, and that became quite lucrative for us. Rather than fighting with the Cossacks, we reaffirmed the Treaty of Hadiak, and it became known as the successful version of the Treaty of Hadiak, or the Second Treaty of Hadiak, rather than the original second one, which failed through in real life, but this is real life. So it was reaffirmed. They became the third nation, and then we defeated the Ottomans and various other Middle Eastern kingdoms, and then formed the Greater Commonwealth with the Armenians, the Georgians, and the Khazarians, and the Karamans, and Nubians, Coptics, Ethiopians, etc., etc. Let's have a look at our court artifacts. Courtesy of L. Tyranos, I have the new Szczebiec court artifact. If we look over to the right of it, this is the original that you don't pay for. It looks like they do the exact same thing, they just look a bit different. The modern anachronistic one has a Polish eagle crescent in the middle. Yeah, I don't believe this one has. However, it's nice to have them both. Although I don't gain anything from this, this is another West-Slavic only, or Slavic artifact that's actually relevant to Poland, and it's this pagan tree branch. It's a religious tree standing on a religious rock on the pagan days, and I think it's an important part of our history, so it's in our origin story, so it's there to stay. And then this one here is just to mine as much renown, piety, and prestige as we can, because we're very low in prestige. It's actually good, quite more prestige for this one. So this one's better. So back to the activity. I am currently wearing the crown of Kazimierz the Great, courtesy of L. Tyranos again, and his West-Slavic mod, currently on Steam, for about £4.20, £29. I get this among other pretty cool stuff. Let's have the Byzantine throne room. And let's just have a quick look at. So this is sort of the West-Slavic clothing. Oh, this is the armor. It's finally loaded in. Excellent. Look at that. Let's put that on, and then just turn around here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. But I want to go back to where I was wearing before. Okay, that's better. Our cloak. I like how it's fur-lined, but I hate those blue. So no new cloaks. This coronation cloak looks pretty good. Headwear. This is the crown of Casimir, like I said. Kazimierz in Polish. This is the crown of Boleslav the Great. That looks pretty key on. This is a pretty cool helmet. We're going to put on our Imperial crown. And then have the battle crown behind it, which is another unique piece. Just have a look at it alone. I have no historical reference to this, so I don't know what it is. And this is pretty cool as well. Very unique, but again, I don't know what it means. It would be great to have some information on that. It would be fantastic. But what we'll do is we'll make our own little crown here with loads of jewels, and that will be our own Imperial crown. I am hosting an activity. Over here in the Imperial capital, there is room in my court for a new hetman. We currently have a Grand Hetman of Lithuania, Lithuania, the Grand Crown Hetman who has sovereignty over all of them, like a field marshal over his generals. But we have a vacancy for a Grand Hetman of Poland as well. So hopefully in this tournament we'll find one. And hopefully we'll get another accolade soon, because I'd like to make a Grand Admiral for my navy, or perhaps a Condenter, like a White Eagle or the White Eagle or something like that. So I'm going to go to the Tourney grounds. Roisterous revelry. Food and drink is abundant during the tournament, to the delight of the attendees. 3 peasants in particular seem to be sharing what looks like an entire keg of Retsina. May I join you guys? Oh my god, nasty hangover. Disgusting. Let's just gain some prestige and just beat this. Our inspiration. He wants to, what's he making again? Oh, he's making some armor, so we'll get a knight. Then we'll get a casualties modifier. Or a knight modifier. Go for a knight modifier. So I'm marrying into House Piast in order to legitimize my rule, as at this point there's still the Silesian Piasts to deal with. Okay, so now we will go to the artisan quarters. A little prick. Watch this. I take my horse to be freshly shod before the opening horse race contest, carefully watching this guy trim my beast twos. I have a bad feeling about this youngster, and sure enough, the first nail has gone far wrong, is far too long. The beast kicks savagely, narrowly missing Sechok and limps out the shop in distress. The apprentice runs after him, and the stallion will need a replacement shoe immediately. I'm just gonna keep my cool and just say the next one. I expect it to be free. So I will be just, because I've created such a vast world here, I will be filtering information about it as and when we go, and I remember. So I know that there's a lot of Armenians still on Ottoman territory, but that's tough. The Ottomans still recognize themselves as multicultural rather than nationalistic at this point. So they don't mind as such because they're paying jizyas and they actually want a Christian population to bolster their economy. So that is why there hasn't been like a mass Armenian exodus. We have awarded Armenia some territories here in the west, in eastern Anatolia, as well as helping them retain their territories here in the south and east against the Persians, hopefully creating a powerful buffer state along with Georgia, of whom we also awarded land here in the East Caucasus. Ah, excellent. The Duke of Zaporizhia is promoting my legend. Oh, well, this warrior has arrived at my court. Apparently he's already in my court, so let's just invite him anyway. The Druze have created their own head of faith. I think we might have some Druze in our provinces over here. Yeah. Are they in our province? They are. So they must have a head of faith somewhere here in Syria. We've also let the Masyaf assassins live as a buffer state between East Syria and the Ottoman sphere of influence. Okay, let's go to the tent camp, see if we can find any tips for training there. A glorious guest. He's vanquished all comers from Ireland to Cathay. It is my honour and privilege to introduce the most skilled and splendorous Alexander. He's one of my knights. Perhaps he could teach me a thing or two. Yep, that's exactly what I wanted from visiting the tent camp. I managed to increase my score and retain my qualification position. We have a lot of fighters coming in now. Is your court event available? Glorious Emperor, let me express all my gratitude and bring you great good tidings. Belanik, he's one of my courtiers, he's an artificier. I have been thoroughly enjoying the quarters you have assigned me. They are so spacious, so I can pace around while thinking and work undisturbed at leisure. The view on the garden is breathtakingly inspiring, and the bed, oh the bed, is so comfortable I feel like I'm sleeping on a cloud. In fact, having the inspiration to make your mail is even better. It just came to me while I was sleeping. I need to hurry back to my work. Oh well, that's great. I will have improved armor. That's fantastic. Leave him to it, I suppose. He has some good traits. Let's see. And let's recruit him into court. He's a legendary blade master, meaning now I have a worthy successor. Oh, I have two. Excellent. Procedure and idealist one. I can imagine in January on the Bosphorus. It's absolutely lovely. It'll be cool enough. Everything will be green. This will be the rainy season. Okay, let's go. This will be quite a race. The horse is all set, of course, but the beast is nothing without a capable rider to control it. As a result, I find myself with 3 potential riders of great before me, all clamoring for the honour of being allowed to represent me. Okay, so I'm not even riding, okay. The first is my master of the horse, Shemovit. He is also one of my knights. I'm sure he is the Grand Hetman of Insignia. The other one is possibly the Grand Hetman of Lithuania. And then this guy. So... okay, yeah, let's just go for it. Yeah, you're right. I was right. It is the Grand Hetman of Insignia. Let's go for him. Horse race sabotage. Oh, that's just no way to win. I'm not doing that. Let's try and pacify this crowd. Gain some lifestyle for that. Okay, the final lap. I just tell him we'll pay him extra. One more push. Come on. Okay. Victory. I won. I actually won. So I think we should try and recruit people. Let's learn black. A new Zayidi Holy Order has been founded. Okay. We have our own Holy Order that's loyal to us on Theodosia. If anyone knows any better names that we should call Theodosia, let me know in the description down below. I've been thinking of renaming it, but we have the Knights of the Chalice. I've been thinking about uniting all the Eastern churches into one Eastern church or something in Byzantium. Let me know what you think of this idea down below. Okay, we now have enough prestige to invite knights. Let's see if we can scrape the barrel. He becomes a court musician. He's nearly dead. He becomes an executioner. Yeah, let's see if he's any good at being a musician. So we might not actually manage to get a child because my wife is 42, but I will try. I would like to form a legend that's called Historia Augusta Polonia or something like that. If anyone knows how to change the names of these, I'd really appreciate it. Another holy order has been founded, this time by the Ottomans. Let's go back to the Tourney grounds. Gain nothing from that. Let's create a regiment specifically for this part. We want armored horsemen. We want Tourney. This is representing of us. Hopefully we can station them on our private island as well. Keep us safe. Let's raise these up. What else would we need to defend ourselves in Constantinople? We could go for some form of missile troop and some pikemen to defend the Imperial capital. Well, we could have even more troops stationed to defend Crimea. That's fantastic. So let's get some missile troops on there and some more armoured horsemen and some armoured footmen. We'll have another Imperial army over here. There's no troops here at the moment, so let's change that. We'll have lots of cavalry stationed here, as it is the European plain. So we'll have some pikemen to defend against enemy cavalry, some armoured footmen as well. Okay, in the Lesser Poland province, we're going to station some trebuchets so we can quickly siege down any rebelling vassals. They will be accompanied with an escort, of course. We can have even more armies stationed over here. Let's have some more trebuchets. This time we'll have Connie, the lighter counterpart. As you can see, there is a pending crusade. I can't stop it, which I don't want there to be a crusade, but I can't do anything to stop it. So instead I've managed to redirect it to the Khwarezmids, who are on the far side of the Caspian. They are of interest to us because they are a fellow Islamic power to the Safavids, who are bordering us here, the Persian Empire. The Russians are expanding southward at their expense towards the Aral Sea. So I figured we could send out a Catholic expedition in that direction, and maybe just go out in there and see what spoils of war we can get. The Caravans really like us for giving them all this land and power, so we're going to try and get them to promote our legend. Let's visit the temple. Wow, and we pick up the trait Astronomer, which gives us plus 15% monthly lifestyle experience. That's fantastic. As you can see, our Polish Empire emblem is based somewhat on the Roman symbol here, and this Romanness is something seen in Polish insignia as well. Commonly seen are these laurel leaves, either in green or in gold. I prefer gold, as well as a cross, a white cross in the background, as seen replicated here. However, the eagle is now a double-headed eagle for all the land that it owns. One regards for the home state, and one regards for the Empire and the Commonwealth and the overseas territories beyond. Excellent. My legend is being promoted in Karamania. The duel is about to begin. I am ready. Okay, someone was caught sabotaging. Well, cheating demands disqualification. means I go straight into the quarterfinals. Coughing some dirt away from my eyes, I steady myself as the hoots and hollers of the crowd rain down around me. Vincenzi's a little way away, the pair of us having disengaged briefly to catch our respective breaths. As we circle, I notice a small puff of dust being thrown up under Vincenzi's right foot every time he takes a step. It's almost like Vincenzi is limping slightly. Okay, well, what we'll do is try and attack that spot and gain some experience doing that. Yep, increase that score. Let's just remember my training. And that riposte. It looks like I'm going to win. Still 6 contestants remaining. So he's out. Okay. I'm up against this guy. He's Bulgarian. I can do this. Let's just concentrate on the fight instead of talking there. Okay, he's going for another approach, so let's just stick to our training, and luckily that will pull us through. Victory. Next one's out. Still 5 contestants. Okay. Uściech knocked Daniel out. Okay, who's next? Uściech versus me. What's this? Death from above. This is the final, isn't it? Shrill cry pierces through the air as the both hurry over and see she's on her knees. Oh, so the sword slipped out and he's hit her. Okay, well, let's ask if she's alright. Just focus back on the fight and remember my training. And that will pull this through again. Victory. Okay, I won that. I gained Gifted Duelist. Awesome. Let's celebrate with the artisans and see if we can buy something nice. Ooh, our crest will gain exquisite crest. Yeah, let's do that. I like that. Pay for that. I'm an artifact guy, what can I say? So I qualified for the joust as well. Someone's plotting against my courtier. That's interesting. Okay, now let's celebrate over at the tavern. Oh, he wants to join court. He's a pretty powerful guy. Yeah. Now we found a successor to the Grand Crown Hetman, which is our Field Marshal title. Oh look, I can reinstate. Excellent, but we found one. Excellent. We'll have to demand its conversion, as it is a very prestigious title of Poland, and Poland's strictly Catholic. Let's see if we can recruit someone around the Tourney ground, someone who's a grafter. Oh look, Tourney ground's impressed. Tourney grounds are bustling with preparations. The pages run around carrying pieces of armour that make them look like tiny scarecrows. Wait, one of them yells, picking up a helmet. A familiar giggle coming from one of the tribunes, and I see the Empress surrounded by other women who cover their mouths with handkerchiefs. She doesn't wave at me, she doesn't need to. Go for exercise? Just as he walks past me raising his chin. You'll need it. So everyone can see what we're doing. So let's try and increase my chances of making babies with my wife. Increase fertility. Excellent. Just what we need. Okay, let's go. The joust is about to begin. Uściech is on this one as well. You might want to seek some kind of revenge. Okay. Let's go. I'm made of sterner stuff than this guy. I think I was dashed. Yeah, that's not good. Let's try and hit him in the head. Uh-oh. That was a close one. Victory, though. 7 contestants remaining. Oh. Victory. Okay, someone else. The Grand Hetman of Poland knocked out one of the other guys. We got 10 glory for the position, which is great. Okay, so this guy's quite good and I'm against him. Let's give him a go. Okay. Hey warrior. Noise cascades down from the stands. My horse flutters its ears in a light distress. I pat its mane reassuringly. The crowd has been awfully hostile for this round. Indeed, as I scan them, they burst into song. Stabbed in the morning, you get stabbed in the morning, you get stabbed in the morning. Oh. A few leaning over the barriers, and then another alarmed, baying, spittle-flecked faces. They'll have to deal with my victory. Possible outcomes. I successfully shake off the crowd's abuse, or So essentially apprehending them. Yeah, let's go apprehend them, let's get them. Okay, that's really helped. I shook them off. Oh, my mail's ready, and it's rubbish. I'm not interested. Thanks a lot, mate. Okay, let's try and... Let's go for his head again. And it was another victory. Okay. So, I am going to face him rather than just let him concede. It's quite anticlimactic. So it doesn't kill me. The mighty log. I am trotting my horse to the start mark when something causes me to pause and squint. Unless my eyes deceive me, something bizarre is occurring at the other end of the tilting yard. My opponent, valets, are struggling to hoist their lance up to him, and with good reason. The giant weapon looks less of a wood lance and more of an uprooted tree. It's a colossal shaft on his two men. I watch in disbelief as he smugly hefts it, leaning against the horse's neck for steadiness. The crowd rumbles with a mix of anticipation and injustice, and mixed voices arguing to let it go or protesting for the unfairness. Let's just try and mediate. I don't want to go against that, silly. Okay, the joust full tilt. The banners flicker and flap in the breeze, stealing away the crowd's breath for a moment as I curb my horse. I hoist my lance. As the previous events of the contest play back through my mind, like when my opponent attempted to use that lance of gigantic proportions. I am on top, but there's still another tilt left. All I need to do is draw this last pass. Hit him in the head. Okay, let's just hit him in the head. And chucky. Okay, victory. So I won everything in that entire event. Who'd have thought, eh? Champion Jouster. So this is a hint. Before everything goes, you can actually pause it, keep it on a slow speed so you can do this, and you're able to do another one of these actions. So let's go to the temple, see what we get. Anything good? Piety? No. No waste. Good imprisonment and piety. That's okay, that's it now. Now we'll go straight into the ceremony. What a great occasion. So I got a prize scepter, I got some prize armor, and a prize necklace. What a great occasion. Perhaps a few words given either the host. Let's check everything out. We'll go in our armor section. We've got some illustrious armor, which is better. If we look over here, prize necklace. It's better than favour of a lady. In fact, we've got space. And we have something in our royal court as well somewhere. That was the scepter. It's a pedestal item. Okay. We can hold court. Let's do that. Look at this. Fairly full court now. Gesture for the first line to approach. Heretics at large. My lord, I regret to inform you that the religious situation in my land is out of control. Weakened religious community. No, let's just respect the local faiths. Where are you? Oh, in Sarmatia. We're pagan over there, but we'll just respect the local faith. Yeah, pagans. Let's monument restoration. Yeah, let's help them. Like that. Oh, and these guys are bickering. But we shall see if there's a truth to this. My business here is done. Okay, that wasn't that interesting. Oh, I have just had a moment alone. I've just had a moment alone with my wife, and it appears that we have some smouldering chemistry. That's good news. Oh, looks like part of Anatolia is rebelling and joining Greece. See how long that lasts. I'm not getting involved with that. Okay, looks like the crusade has begun. Deus Vult. So I will raise an expeditionary force over here. We'll leave the armies for now, until we get the Crusader trait. Oh, an inspired person can be sponsored. Let's have a look. He's a master of his peers. Let's do it. Elegant box, a grand throne, or a glorious icon. Let's go for a grand throne, thank you. So just quickly looking. The Mughal Empire has joined. It's mainly Persia, just a small amount of Western states, that's fine. I have arrived in Constantinople seeking your confirmation to my continued appointment as the governor of Pannonia. Yeah, go on then. Going well. Right, how many men are we placed here? Ah, yes, my wife is pregnant. Huzzah. Look at our chappy with a shield, he looks good, doesn't he? Okay, we've launched with 10,000. So let's just enter the Caspian Sea. Okay, I've got my first martial perk of this episode. We'll go with courtship, I suppose. Continue down this tree. Perhaps we should switch to overseer. Or maybe a different lifestyle focus altogether. Alright, so the enemy has not been sighted yet. I'm going to lay siege to this settlement. Although I'll head towards it for now. Okay, so we're going to begin docking over here and besieging this settlement. Alright, let's receive the Duke of Silesia. I hope everything's alright. Let's grant him a gift for his trouble. Okay. Alright, so we have pretty much arrayed our infantry in an extended line upon this hill. We have artillery positions here. We're going to have to march up to this crest here. And with the other units. Now these guys might have a clearer view. Yeah. So we need to remember that these guys have a lot of cavalry that might sally forward. We have two positions, that's quite a lot to manage. We have a Hussar unit and a Bulan unit in the back. We'll have them arrayed back here. These are light infantry. We'll group them together. We'll have them arrayed in some kind of an open order, just to mitigate against cavalry sallies. Okay, we'll have them there. The main body of the infantry that will be consisting of line infantry, as well as the grenadiers. The general's retinue will be located up on this hill at the back for now. There's some riflemen, some light infantry here, so we'll have them screened in the woods here. And we'll have the cavalry ready to wheel round with the artillery along here in the dead ground. So the first thing we will do, we will advance the artillery and the cavalry over here. The enemy have got units that they're firing at us with, so we are going to fire along here. Okay, the line of infantry is getting hit. We're going to wait for any sallying units first. The right wing is almost in position. We'll have this line of infantry advance here. We have cavalry advancing. Switch fire with the left wing. And it's a total whitewash. Oh, that was better. Ripped through that cavalry contingent. Look at that. Ha ha! There's another contingent sallying. And the light infantry made short work of those. Let's refocus our efforts on the fort. And this side can now begin to unlimber. We've just got the enemy sallying. So you can fire at will. Let's send the cavalry to deal with them. Forward march. The enemy trying to flee. It wasn't the greatest angle. Okay, now that we've pushed them back, we can withdraw the cavalry. They're already fleeing. There's a second unit approaching the eastern gate over here. Begin firing upon them. As our cavalry is clear. Gate. They've completely withdrawn from the battle. Meanwhile, over here, oh, we have some advancing units. We have mortar fire incoming. We're going to withdraw the cavalry. It looks like they're shooting upon their own men accidentally, because their mortars are out of range. Well out of range for their mortars. How's the line infantry in the middle doing? We have lost some men in the middle here. Cannot advance yet. There's too many men up on the front here. So let's concentrate fire on the front. We need to do the same with this unit. Backfire over here. Okay. We're making a breach over here. Some success. Some fatalities on this wall. These two units are nice and safe. We're going to get them spread a little bit better. Oh, that was a great volley. Didn't account for many casualties, however. We formed a breach in the south here. So I will begin a general advance of the line infantry. We'll send them forward to about here, as well as these units about there. Looks like they've managed to take down a lot of our cavalry. Let's fire upon their cavalry for now. Okay, we're going to have to unlimber and send them forward a little bit more. Going to have to wheel around a little. The cavalry's clear. We're going to send the light infantry to wheel round here, and then we're going to have the cavalry close guard the light infantry there. Okay, let's have the light infantry double time. As the enemy keeps moving around, we're going to unlimber the artillery on the right wing. In the meantime, on the left, looks like have moved to guard the breach, so we're going to engage with taking. We're going to move this artillery unit now, and we're going to move it directly opposite the breach. Okay, looks like they're trying to engage on men here. Let's get him in square formation for now, whilst this cavalry remains a threat. The artillery, we will have them arrayed along here. This unit shall march them along here. They've managed to array themselves on this wall here, so let's just bombard them. Oh! That got them moving. So this is totally unguarded, so we're going to advance a little bit more. With this unit as well. But these two units can return to line formation. Oh, that was a good shot. keep bombarding this mass. In fact, this area here. Perhaps form another breach. What have we got back here? The light infantry can move alongside the line infantry. Have them turn right slightly. There's the cavalry. Cavalry screened here. We'll have them in diamond formation. We'll have them in this wood block here. The artillery is not in formation yet. Oh, that was a good hit. And another one. Oh, bounced off him. He's hard man. Engage with these units upon this wall, please. Okay, the artillery is in position. And now attack. Just fire directly into this hole. They're sallying out the main gate. And they're engaging. Let's have this unit climb here. The light infantry can advance as well. All the way down the hill. This infantry unit somewhere else down the hill. And these two units shall follow. These artillery units engage with the enemy. Engage with the enemy in the main gate. Okay, we're funneling them through. This is good. We've made it on top of the wall here. And it appears that we're going to clash into a melee. Let's toggle melee mode up on here. The enemy cavalry are moving to cover the breach. Another unit is climbing forth. Let's have the light infantry come down. Okay, these guys are managing to hold the wall. They can get in here. I don't know how they've managed to stay alive here. They've managed to cut their way through the cavalry of the enemy. Now they're getting assaulted by camels and line infantry. Okay. The artillery can cut this gap. Engage this troop with melee while they're withdrawing. Don't let them withdraw. There we go. So let's reinforce the people already in the base. The light infantry can go into line formation to start advancing. That unit's finally getting beaten back. We're accidentally firing upon them. Let's line up these. Okay, there's an engagement going on. Yeah. Let's toggle in light infantry behavior so they start withdrawing and drawing the enemy out. Skirmish mode, there we go. We've captured this gate here, so I'm going to send this cavalry contingent down here. And enter the base from here. Take out those mortars. Let's have them climb this wall. On the double. This unit can line up here. And this unit, engage them. Cover them. Line formation. Over here. We enter this fort. Okay, looks like there's a massive enemy here. Holding strong. They're still engaging through the gap. Okay. Now you can advance through this gap. You can double time. We've entered through this side. If we just hold here, as the enemy are going to begin engaging us. These guys are still held up in the barracks. They're positioning their reserves. The cavalry's broken through. Oh yes, good job. Those guys are flying. Here come the hussars as the infantry makes it up onto the wall there. So fire upon these. Okay, we have cavalry detachments here. Begin attacking this unit. This unit. Advance upon and fire upon this cavalry. Any chance? Oh, there we go. A little bit too late for that now. So if we just get to the center of these guys, have the cavalry withdraw a little bit. You guys just hold fire and wheel to the left. Okay, there's a huge mass of infantry here, so get this artillery unit. Oh, there we go, they're popping them. So the cavalry are getting shot at, so let's have the cavalry come over here behind this building. Okay, these guys are firing up on the wall. Oh, they're dropping like flies. Okay, let's have the cavalry wheel round. Engage. Okay, that's a semi-successful charge. The line is beginning to break. Yeah, it's breaking. Let's have them withdraw. They move to the center now. What's this unit doing? Oh, they're trying to chase them down. We have a unit up here for some reason. Oh, and looks like the entire Quaresman garrison has fled. End the battle there. Okay, victory. Perhaps we won't go out too far. We have to wait for our allies to arrive. How many troops does the Duke of Bohemia have? 7,000. He's in another war. Who's these attackers? Some Lutherans from the House of Bell. They're invading Bohemia. Bohemia is Catholic at the moment. Interesting. Who are our other allies? Because these nations do have a lot of... he certainly doesn't. He has more men than I do. Mughals, they have 9,000, but they're in the second war themselves. In the south. Russians are uninvolved at the moment. Whilst we're at this impasse, I will leave it there. Join me again for episode 2, where we continue the crusade, as well as the continued governance of our imperial administrational government. If you like what you've seen, I really appreciate if you left a comment, perhaps a like, or subscribe, and hope to see you for the next episode. Bye!